Hi, I'm Leo with Matrix Jiu-Jitsu, and today we're just going to go over the simple, boring knee cut. You know, even to this day, this is still one of my #1 passes, and statistically in tournaments, okay, it's one of the more popular passes that people use, and it still works, okay? So your standard knee cut, I'm going to put my hand on the hip, put the knee down, start to knee cut over, and get this underhook tricep, slide right into side control, okay? But what typically happens with your knee cut, okay, there's a couple things. Number one, as I try to go ahead and knee cut, he throws that knee shield in, boom. Now I can't go ahead and knee cut. The other thing that happens is, even if I can go ahead and clear this knee shield and get my knee down, he figure fours my back foot here, and now, even if I have the underhook, it's hard for me to clear this knee into side control, okay? Now, even if I clear this knee into side control by cutting it back or cutting it to the side, what it does is it leaves some space here. So even if I can free this here, there's some space, and he can drop his bottom knee in, and now I'm back in guard, and all that work that I did, I'm going to have to do over. So we're going to go over how to counter those two things that typically prevent the knee cut, all right? So first thing is I want to prevent that knee shield from coming in. And the way that I'm going to do that is, as I enter, I like to enter from an angle here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pin his hip with my hand and then put my arm against his leg and frame it out just like this. So now I'm going to put my shoulder against here. So now as he tries to put his knee shield in, it's going to be hard for him to do, okay? At the same time, I'm framing down on this leg so that I can start to enter into my knee cut, all right? Now, as I enter into my knee cut, I don't just throw my knee down as soon as I can. Because when I do that, what it does is it leaves this little part of my foot, which almost inevitably gets figure forward, okay? And that's going to make it hard for me to complete this pass. Instead, what I do, as I pin down this hip and I start my knee cut, what I want to do is think about putting my knee as high as possible. I want to think about putting my knee into his armpit. And what that does is I'm going to try to put my instep on his thigh. So as I knee cut this really high, and I'm actually sitting on my heel right here. So now, even if he tries to figure four my leg, there's nothing for him to figure four, okay? From here, this is really easy to complete. I'm still putting pressure here on this hip. Now all I have to do is pivot right into side control.